must-win games. Everybody got their definition of what a must-win game is. But in this instance, I say this is a must-win game. And I know a lot of people probably don't agree with that because, the math, 1-4, you can still turn it around. But now this is a must-win game for a lot of reasons. This is the biggest game in Ron Rivera's career here in Washington. Because what you have to understand is we're 1-3. The schedule guides gave us a manageable schedule, and we're the only team in the division that's not even taking advantage of it, even though we played 2 divisional games. So you can look at that like that. We played 2 divisional games. We got 2 divisional games out the way, but they're already division losses. We haven't won an NFC game all year long. So we lost to Detroit, lost to Philly, lost to Dallas. That's 3 NFC losses and 2 inside the division. So we're already a little further behind the 8 ball than what the losses project. So this is a big game for Ron just to keep pace in the marathon. Because you just don't want to lose this football team. And I know a lot of people are saying, well, Ron's going to win 7 games. I mean, I don't know. Don't get caught up in that hype. Because the same people that said we're going to win 7 games were the same people that said we're going to draft this guy. And we didn't. So just don't get hyped. Just don't let those snowballs turn into avalanches. We'll be repeating the same thing. Oh, Ron's going to win 7 games. We don't know that. If this thing doesn't get any better, we could still be losing these type of games week to week. It's just going to be what mistake is it this week? The Detroit game, we couldn't stop the pass rush at all in the early half. They jumped out on us. We couldn't stop the pass. They destroyed us through the air. They just completely destroyed us. Then Philly just totally came in and raped and pillaged and did whatever they wanted to do for 1 quarter. And that 1 quarter was enough to beat us. And then Dallas, I don't care what they say about Cooper Rush. He's really not a good quarterback, and we couldn't score. So we don't know what team of ours is going to show up because we get a different look every week. But as far as this game goes, this is the biggest, most important week in Ron Rivera's tenure as a coach here. Because if he wants to save this season at all, because I still think we got some players that can get the job done. I do believe if Carson Wentz is protected, he could do some damage this week. But it's going to be hard. Tennessee got a few players out, but it's still going to be rough. And then, we play Ryan Tannehill. Hell, we just let Cooper Rush beat us, so Ryan Tannehill's a capable quarterback that could actually beat us. So one good thing is I think B-Rob is playing this week. I hope if he plays this week, this just gives the team a spark that he's there. And like I said in the draft video, this is the kind of guy that I would bring to a bar fight with me. So maybe, just maybe, that could help us, give us a little boost, and the O-line start playing. Maybe we can run the football a little bit more. Give them a few touches. Keep the defense off balance. And maybe that can open up down the field. I'm anxious to see Cole Turner. I'm also anxious to see if Diami's going to step up. And I'm also anxious to see, are we going to get Terry involved? Curtis has been sick with the flu. So all week we've been practicing with probably Diami and Cam Sims. So I don't know how long or how much Curtis Samuels is going to play. But I know this, we need to feed Terry, feed Gibson, let Brian get his touches, and let JD and these tight ends work, man. We got to use the weapons, man. Like, where's Amari? Where's Amari been? This guy's like 6'6". There's no way he shouldn't be in the game plan. You got Cole Turner coming. He's activated this week. There's no way he shouldn't be in the game plan. We have to use all hands on deck. I just hope Scott calls the best game he's called all year. I pray that the offensive line protects better than they've been protecting. We didn't really look that bad that Dallas game. If it wasn't for that poor officiating, there's no telling how that game would have been. Now we didn't take advantage of a lot of things that we could have took advantage of, but the officiating did have a lot to do with it. But if we wouldn't have lost those games to Detroit and the games to Philly, that wouldn't even have mattered. That just made it worse. Then we have a bad game with the refs. After losing two, then the refs just said, we're just going to call all the penalties on Washington. Very hard for a team to win in a circumstance like that. But you have to play the cards that you're dealt. You know how many bad calls I've seen teams rally and win around? And that's what we got to do, Ron. You just got to get these guys motivated. You got to get these guys ready. We got to be prepared. And we can't, offensive line just has the block, man. That's all I got to say.